Libations. We've made it through the holidays, we've made it through Christmas and New Year's, and now it's getting snowy and cold out. So we thought that we would show you a few cozy drinks as you start to hibernate through the winter. I know I will be. So, you know, when I think about cozy drinks, I think about hot chocolate, I think about, you know, hot tea, and of course, you know, I like drinking hot toddies and old fashions. So I'm going to show you a boozy hot chocolate today, and then I'm going to mix kind of all three, the hot toddy, the old fashioned, and your hot tea into one cocktail. So it's kind of a old fashioned hot toddy, if you will, or an old toddy that I was tossing that around on the way here, and I was like, that sounds like a grumpy old man, but you know, it's a good drink for a grumpy old man, really, honestly.
Right
so, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So first thing we're going to start with is I actually have some really nice maraschino cherries in here. Make sure to buy the good ones. You don't want the, you know, really bright red ones that you can find on the grocery store. Spend the money to get some really nice cherries. And then I've got some orange. About half a tablespoon of brown sugar in here, and I'm just going to muddle that together.
Man, that smelled good.
And of course, I don't want the fruit in the bottom. You could put it in the bottom of your hot toddy if you want, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to squeeze the juice through a strainer here in a second. Because we just want just the essence of this. And then, of course, I do have my cup here with a tea bag in it. You could do any kind of black tea that you like, or if you have a green tea that's pretty mild in flavor. I like to do like cinnamon apple tea with this combination, but for this, we're using a clove and orange rind flavored black tea. And we're going to start with about an ounce of bourbon. You, of course, could do more or less. And this is my trick for kind of getting the best flavor out of your tea bag with a hot toddy. So if you're just doing like some kind of booze and then a tea bag just to make kind of like a quick hot toddy, I always steep my tea bag in the alcohol first. It brings out all of those flavors, really pulls everything out, like especially when I do my cinnamon apple. Oh my gosh, it's so good with some gin poured on top. Let it steep. Makes the flavors just really come out. And then I've got just a little bit of regular aromatic bitters here. We're gonna do just a couple little squirts of that in there, because your typical old fashioned is just sugar bitters muddled together with some whiskey. You can always, and then you, of course, you garnish with your orange and your cherry, but I'm gonna kind of combine everything together here. So I've got my strainer here. I'm actually gonna take my garnish off here for just a second. I'm gonna dump all this in. And then I'm going to squeeze everything, all that juice down into my drink here. Make sure you get all the juice in there. All right, I'll just maybe dump a little bit of the cherries in there. Won't hurt it too much. Okay. And then I've got some hot water. We're going to top this off. Perfect amount. Garnish with your cherry, or your cherry, it's a big cherry, weird looking cherry, with your orange slice. You can mix it a little together if you feel like you want to get all the whiskey mixed in. Let that steep for a little bit, and then you've got a really delicious old-fashioned hot toddy. Then as for your other drink, everyone loves hot chocolate around the winter time, especially, you know, your kiddos, but this is going to be your adult hot chocolate. So I've got my hot chocolate made up here already, got some dark hot chocolate, and in this is already an ounce of vanilla vodka. And then I have made my own homemade whipped cream here. So this is about 4 ounces of heavy whipping cream. I did half an ounce of vanilla vodka and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And how you're gonna make that is you're gonna start with a bowl full of ice on the bottom. Make sure you're using a Muddle bowl for all of your ingredients. And then you're just gonna start whipping. The trick to this kind of is that you might have to throw it in the freezer for a little bit, make sure it stays cold. So that's what the ice is for. If it gets warm, it's gonna start getting kind of melty. See, like, we're already starting to get a little soft, but we've got it on ice, so it's gonna hold up to the hot chocolate here. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna get a little big dollop of this onto my hot chocolate here.
Ooh-wee.
And of course, if you get it really, really nice and once you really start getting it whipped, if it doesn't get too warm, you're going to have those nice little dollops. And then I am topping this off with just some cocoa powder. And there you go. Boozy Hot Chocolate. And those are my 2 cocktails for you. Of course, I wouldn't be the beer goddess without suggesting, you know, if you're wanting something that isn't a cocktail, go for, you know, a nice red glass of wine. Or, like I said, I wouldn't be the beer goddess if I didn't suggest a nice, like, boozy stout, something that's over 10%. Get a really nice dark stout and kind of sit down and share that with some friends, or drink it by yourself if you know, really want to warm up. So there you go. There you have it. Thanks for tuning in. Of course, make sure to follow us on Instagram at Cooking Together. You can follow us on Facebook. And, of course, check out our website, cookingtogether.com. Thanks for tuning in.